Hello and good morning. It is I Bring It Every Day, and my name is Kelly. Let me turn this. There we go. Woohoo! Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. It's Monday, and my evil plan today is to start the week off right and on a positive note. So I saw Kenneth was here. Kenneth Wilkinson. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming. And we have Miss Shatika Woods. Thank you so much for coming. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we have Sweet Pea Sid. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Thanks for bearing with me. This was a random video, and I figured, have a few minutes. I'll do some positive affirmations for the week, and hopefully this will keep us all going. Oh, there's Miss Addie, Crazy Crafter Adventures. Good to see you. I'm going to put you all on the screen. Ooh, I'm using my tablet, so I'm scared. It's very, very sensitive. So there's Kenneth. Good morning. And Chatika, good to see you. Sweet Pea Sid, awesome. Ooh, I caught that sneeze. Oh my gosh, allergies. First thing. Yes. And Kenneth's saying good morning to Sweet Pea Sid. Okay. So most of us are crafters, and there's CCCNM, Carol's Crazy Crochet. Excuse me. I all of a sudden, as soon as I went live, I started sneezing. I think it passed. Okay. Woo, that was bad. Okay. But anyway, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. It's good morning. So how's everyone doing? If you want to share a little bit, and I'll share with you what I'm thinking about today, just to sort of get my week going in a upward direction. Let's see what everybody's. So I'm finishing my coffee. But anyway, I had like 4 sneezes. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. I haven't sneezed for hours. And then as soon as you hit that live button, it's like, achoo, achoo, achoo. So I had about 14 in a row. But there we go. So we're good. So, okay. Yeah, everyone's saying hello. So anyway, as you know, I've been on this journey for the last, probably 6 or 8 months, just trying to keep things positive on the YouTube streets. And what kind of led me to this? Well, there's a whole lot of things. So I'm pretty active, in the crochet and other communities, but primarily crochet community. I think that's where I spend most of my time. And way back, good to have coffee with you. That I love it. That's what I love. Although everybody does coffee and whatever, so I didn't want to do that because everybody's doing that. But I'm glad that you want. I'm having my coffee as well, Miss Carol. And the blessings, yes, and that's really all I want to do today is give everyone some blessings. Yeah, because Mondays can be tough, and although I slept pretty good last night, I'm like yahoo, and I'm ready sort of to start the week off, and I have a little bit of a plan, but not really. I mean, like I have a general plan of what I do during the week, but I'm just trying to. I just take this early morning peace and quiet, and just say, okay, what am I going to do this week? Yes, cheers with everyone's coffee. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, bink. Yeah, we'll clink cups. Although somebody else I know does that, but I'll just do it anyway. What the heck? So here it is. So, not to bring up anything. I don't want anything negative, but what I want to do is, in light of so there's been some situations on YouTube where people have been bullied. And so if you look at my thumbnail, I was at the Dollar Tree yesterday, and I just happened to be, this person never checks people out. And she was like, oh, I'm open. So I came over on her side, and I saw this sign, and it said, don't be a, don't, yeah, be a buddy, don't be a bully. Or did I get it backwards? I think I got it backwards. But anyway, you see it in the thumbnail. And that was kind of the first, I said, oh, wow, that's really good. And my husband was like, oh, yeah, I like it. I like it. So anyway, so that's in my thumbnail. Let me see if I can find the picture now. Oh, yeah, be a buddy, not a bully. Here we go. And so here it is. And this was a really bad picture. I hope this doesn't turn, but there it is. Be a buddy, not a bully. And as you know, situations, I'm just going to use the mic, the situation. Situations happen on YouTube. And a while back, um, I made a video, and this is not really for self promotion, but if you haven't seen it, I'm going to have to push it up into a different playlist. But um, actually I've done two. The first one I did, I was all alone, and it was about a year, not quite a year into my first year actually creating content on YouTube, and I went through a bullying situation, and all kinds of stuff happened. Not to bring up the negative of that, but what happened was it sort of prompted me to talk about YouTube and etiquette and how you should sort of try to support people versus tearing people down, right? And if you have any positive feedback on somebody's video, I think people appreciate constructive criticism on their videos. In other words, don't say, "Oh, it stinks." Just say, "Hey, you might want to look at it from this way versus this way," and things like that. And so anyway, so I made this video, and I think I called it panel etiquette. And we had some issues on our panels because the crochet community is very, very busy. Oh, hey, Suzanne. Good morning. The crochet community has a lot of panels, and people. There was like a situation where somebody had like 10. I don't know. See, StreamYard's crazy. I thought that 10 people on panel would be fun, but it really turned out to be kind of a disaster because most people um, don't take their turn, or they try to talk over everybody. But unfortunately, the software sort of lends itself to that situation, and it was very, very uncomfortable. So I saw people getting to arguments and things like that, and they were talking over each other, and they were, it was just like a whole thing. And my husband, oh, good morning, April Showers, good to see you. And my husband said, "Hey," and there's Rebecca, good to see you. And my husband said, "Why don't you just make a video talking about it?" And I kind of went through just the main thing that just bugged me about sometimes, like I said, and the panels are great because, man, especially when you're creating stuff, you can get into conversations, you can do stuff, you can collaborate, like all those things are a lot of fun. But I noticed that just people were talking over each other, or they were just being disrespectful to the people on the panel, or they were disrespectful to the people in the chat. It was just like a whole thing. And I think sometimes YouTube sort of thrives on that drama, which is tragic. And then the other thing is, just bullying each other, right? So let's see. Oh, lovely Samira, hello. Thank you for coming in. And so the biggest thing is, Miss April Showers is saying hi to everybody. Hope you're feeling better. I know you had a tough weekend. I was in your chat, but I really was just sort of listening. I didn't do a whole lot of typing. But anyway, that's yeah. So it's been a very, So anyway, so pulling this whole thing to today, the crochet community had some bullying this weekend, and I don't want to bring it up, but I just feel like, everybody should do their own thing and leave everybody else alone. and that's my point for today is, everybody has a different gift, and you do, everybody, you do your thing. Miss April does her news. That's her thing. I would never step on her toes and do her news because that's what she does. Shatika is a great YouTube supporter in the crochet community and others. I mean, she's all over the place. We appreciate you, for like encouraging us because, being a content creator is not easy. And as we all know, the ones that do it, we will all tell you it's not easy. And the main thing, is just coming up with ideas, trying to execute those ideas and things like that. So anyway, so can't we all get along? I know it's like that it's like that cliched Rodney King statement. Remember that? I remember seeing that and going, wow, that's so simple, but yet it hits the point. Yes, I agree. Miss Lovely Samira, you're awesome. Yeah. So that's why. So anyway, so that's part of the reason why I put that, be a buddy, not a bully thing on my thumbnail. And the other thing was, like I said, just getting back to these panels, I was surprised that the video that I put up, I was afraid I was going to get a whole lot of negative feedback, but it was surprisingly silent. That's what I wanted to tell you. So I did it back in August of 2022, I believe. And then Miss T with the T did a YouTube etiquette video just earlier this year. And I sat in on the panel because I have a lot of passion about that also. And I have that on my channel as well. But the first one that I just really talked about, you've been bullied. See, Carol is so sweet. Like, come on now. Why are we bothering Carol? Carol's just talking about her yarn and stuff and her beautiful projects. I'm just like, yikes. And that's all I'm trying to say is like, crochet is not, it should be fun. It shouldn't be that deep. Crafting should be fun. And that's the message I would just love everybody in YouTube. I want to shout this to the universe that yes, let us all do our thing. So yeah, that's tragic. And let's see. Yeah, we all do the same thing. And Kenneth, you too? Goodness. Yeah, see, I just think that and this is something that I think April had talked about in one of her live streams. She said that hurt people hurt people. And I'm really starting to believe that that's the thing, that there's a lot of truth in that. I always thought that was a cliche. But the bottom line is, people, because it's the internet, you could be anonymous and you can say and do whatever within reason. You know what I mean? But, the bottom line is like everybody, your life will go so much better if you put out some positive energy, I think. Yes. Yes. So that's tragic. So I feel for all you kids. All you kids. Sorry. All of you people. I think a lot of times this happens in our childhood. That's where I was heading. And so, and you carry that stuff, and I was bullied as a kid also. Because I was very, very small and very, very brown. And so people weren't dealing with that too well, just to be honest. And and so the whole thing is, I think now the good thing is if you look at your life, if you look at the positives, so you had this bullying, but it sort of makes you into the person that you are today, and hopefully you're better, and hopefully your approach to life and people is more in a positive way since you've been dealt with in a negative way, right? Yeah, let me see. I miss a comment. Oh yeah, here we go. Sid. It's sad how jealous people can be and try to steal spotlight from someone else. Yeah. Because the thing is, like I said, we all have our own gifts. You have to work those strengths versus the weakness. You know how it is, like you exploit your strengths, you minimize your weaknesses. At least that's what, when I used to work in sales, they would always say that. Exploit your strengths, minimize your weaknesses. Oh, good morning. Hello, Lydia. I can't believe you're awake. Yes, and you enjoy hanging out. See, and that's me too. Yes, Samira. I enjoy hanging out with you ladies. Every time I come, it's always positive and inviting. There we go. That's what we want. All right. So I'm going to read you my motivation. Oh, boy. 14 minutes in. I didn't mean to be this long, but here it is. So, so in light of the weekend and the events, we're going to turn this around. Oh, there's Mona. Oh, my goodness. I am so sorry I missed you. You just jumped right in there. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, always stay positive. Thanks, Addie. Yep. Samira saying hello. Yes. And she said she enjoys hanging out. Oh, boy, that really jumped. Okay. So today's quote is, you ready? This is from Martin Luther King Jr. And he said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So that is the motivational quote, or just a little food for thought for today and to carry throughout the week. And I'm going to just read it one more time and I'll type it in the description, when I'm done. Did not have time today, but here goes. All right, here we go. So one more time. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And that was from Martin Luther King Jr. So those are my thoughts for today. Yes, you love it. Oh, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, that's it. And so going forward, crochet people, now let's get it together because let's do it. You know what I mean? And so hopefully all of you ladies here, we can just spread all this good news, out to the rest of the community. And yeah, that's where we are. Tina Bailey. Hello. Good to see you. Yes. So those are my thoughts for today. Now, I'm not working on anything right now. Oh, I love your positive energy. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate it. Yes. Yes. Two wrongs don't make a positive. Although, it's funny, Sid, in math, it does. Two negatives make a positive if you multiply, which I think is hilarious. That algebra stuff. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome so much. So, yeah. So like I said, back in the day, this, I'll tell you my little, and this, and I'm glad that Lydia's here so she can, I sort of told her part of the story, but, and this, the only reason that I'm telling this story is, as you continue growing your channel, this is a tip, a YouTube tip. And Instagram, I don't think you find as much time. Oh, don't talk about math. That's the one rule I remember from algebra. If you multiply two negatives, it's a positive, I believe. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you hated algebra. Yeah, it's funny. I learned algebra really well, probably freshman year. It's weird. Like I took algebra. I had algebra 1, 2, and 3 in high school and middle school, in pre-algebra or whatever. And then I didn't understand it. I was able to sort of, just kind of go, this is the rule. And I did okay, did well, did not understand it. And then all of a sudden one day my brain just clicked in. I was probably like, maybe freshman year, about halfway through, and I went, oh my gosh, like all the math just sort of clicked. And I went, seriously, like it's kind of late for that. But anyway, sadly, most people never get there. Yeah. Yeah. So I was late, but I got there. Oh, good morning. Oh, Instagram too, Kim? Oh no. I thought Instagram was like a little more chill. Oh, it's horrible with bullies. They call out and dog people like there's no tomorrow. They're in the crafting community, especially knitting. Really? See, I don't spend enough time on Instagram apparently, because I'm a blip over there. I'm a little bit of a blip on the YouTube side, but really, I'm like a drip over there. Well, that's good to know. But so like I said, so in light of all these things, I just want us to all like just keep moving positive, over there. And I think like I see you posting over there on that Threads. And that Threads is very, very interesting. I noticed that people are sort of reaching out to people. Oh, hey Nancy. Good morning. Nancy Sook Tongue Crochet. And a lot of people are reaching out and saying, hey, let's build our channels together. You know what I mean? And I love that. I mean, I think that's a good thing. I don't know if it's working. But I've been so I don't know what it is. I'm over on Instagram, but I don't post as much as I probably could. Oh, you don't get the Threads. Yeah, the Threads are good. I think like especially like a lot of the women are trying to build connections, and they're saying, hey, I write books, I do this thing, if you want to get together and collab and talk about stuff. Oh, hey, I'm looking for somebody to make me, a channel page or whatever, people are sort of networking. So I kind of like it. Yeah. So anyway, I just, I've only recently joined, like maybe a week or 2 or 3. Oh, good morning, Dawn. Good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. You're touching Threads, but it's in the Insta base. A lot of those reaching out are self-focused. Oh, nice. Yeah, I kind of figured there'd be a lot of that. Yeah, self-focused. But I was hoping maybe, in that arena, you might meet some new people. I don't know, So good morning. Yeah, everyone say good morning, Dawn. Good to see you. Yes, yes. Yeah, so that's where we are today. Like I said, we're trying to stay positive and and really support each other. And that's really what I'm asking. If you can do that, support each of the channels and that's in here. If you guys, I think most of us have each other, as family. But if you don't have anybody, feel free to hook in with each other, because I think everybody in here is pretty cool, calm, collective, and we're trying not to start any problems, with anybody else. And I think we're all really trying to support each other, and that's the thing. I think if we can maintain that, that is my goal and evil plan to keep that going. Yeah. So, they say follow me and you look around there, but they're only following 100. Yeah. See, I do watch that too, Kim. Yeah. Oh, hey, Mr. I Bring It. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going? You doing all right? How's the coffee? It's pretty good, I must say. But anyway, yeah, the high school mentality. And that's really the evil plan. But I'll just go back and I'll just revisit just a couple of things that I talked about before. When I was, like I said, early in my YouTube career, I got bullied. Oh, this is where I was going with this whole moderator thing. Um, I would just say, just be very, very careful. And you all know this, but I just want to just reiterate this, just for illustrative purposes. So when I was early in my YouTube career, I had a live stream implode, and I'll just put it that way. And one of my moderators turned on me and did some crazy stuff and was blocking people. It was like this whole thing. And it almost shut down my live stream. And it was sort of when I was starting to, get a little traction on YouTube. And it was an older YouTuber that had been around for a minute. When I say older, I mean their channel had been around, a couple of years, 2-3 years. And they sort, they knew how to moderate. They knew how to do these things. And but anyway, what happened was they turned on me and they blocked a couple of my moderators. And this is before the standard and the managing. I don't even know the difference between any of these things, but before they, and so they just so anyway, so just be careful who you have moderating your channel. And so I had to sort of like stop the live stream and go, okay, hang on, gotta fix a few things. Give me like 5 minutes, and I, fixed them. I had to block this. I had to take this person out, and the whole thing. It was just crazy. But that being said, you really want people around you that are going to support you and encourage you, regardless of it's moderating or not. But I'm just saying, just in general and in life, you need people around you who are going to support you. And like I said, live streams are a little bit tricky. So you probably noticed I don't do a lot of panels. And it's only because I've been doing a lot of pop-ups. There's just so many people. We're in a really crowded area. So, it's really hard to schedule and do some things like that. Oh, I'll be. Wow. Hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes. So, so that being said, I'm just saying, just be careful. And, if you're going to be doing any, live streaming and things like that, because sometimes you do need mods, because those trolls come in. So, yeah. So Kim's saying I have very few mods and they're the same since the beginning. Most of the time I do my own. Yes. But I've seen that happen. Yep. That can happen. So just be careful. And this just kind of gets back to, support each other. We don't have to do it. Yeah. Nancy said she's not doing videos. It's a shame because you're very talented. You should. Yes. Oh, you can never do crochet in a live stream. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, it's not easy. But usually, in my mind, when I'm doing these like lives, well, when I originally put my channel together, yes, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm not going to put it on the screen, Nancy, but yeah, that's kind of what is a little bit of what prompted my thing today, because I mean, normally I like to do motivational sort of things to start out the week, but see, I wasn't there, so I missed the whole, which is good. I'm glad I wasn't there. But I have to tell you guys, what happened to her happened to somebody else I know on YouTube. And I just want to let you know that that's not uncommon. And it was kind of the same situation. This person was a little bit, I would just say abrasive, like they're very, it's my channel. And, they're kind of like that. And that's okay. But the thing about it is this person had enemies, right? And I'm not talking about what's her name, but this person that I know of that happened a few years back had made some enemies because they were very, very, kind of brash and, whatever. That's kind of their personality. It is what it is. And I used to watch this person, a lot. And they would get trolls, not all the time, but they would get them, here and there. But anywho, this person, that happened to them as well. And that's why when I heard about it happening, I went, oh, okay. Like, because that's kind of, isn't that terrible that I wasn't even shocked by that at all? Yeah. And that's kind of tragic. Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, and those giveaways, I don't know. Like I said, I'm very, very torn. I love doing giveaways, but I think the tragic. Okay, so I'll tell you. So another situation that happened. It wasn't me, but per se, but you know how like a lot of these people have these, collaborative giveaways and stuff. And the thing that I noticed about the giveaways is that, you know, it would be like a bunch of channels, everybody would have a giveaway, and then thered be a big drawing at the end. Well, anyway, this didn't happen to me so much, but for a lot of people, the people would join the channel to enter the giveaway and then dip afterwards, like after the giveaway was done. And I just said, "Oh man, look at," because you know how it is when you get your first 50 or 100 people, it's like pulling teeth. You know what I mean? And you need all those people in there to kind of help you get over the hump. You know what I mean? Because it's very slow, building a channel for a lot of people, and it's just really interesting how those people, took, like when they found out they didn't win, they just left. And I said, wow, that's kind of tragic because people are trying to build their channels. Because, you want to get your 50 or whatever to live stream. You want to get your community tab. There's things like that. But, oh, you don't need your, well, yeah, I think we can all explain. Let's see, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think I need any either. Yeah, so I'm good. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi. Oh, okay. Oh, private. Yes. Oh, yeah, I can show you if you're curious. But anyway, everyone's saying hi. And then Kim is saying, "Oh, lovely Samira, thank you. She's 86 and I'm her caretaker. She has Alzheimer's and seasonal change has been hard on her." Oh yeah. Is that your in-law? Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think I remember you telling that story. Here we go. Yes. Oh, I don't get to every channel as often as I want, but and leave comments on videos, but I will add you peeps to a playlist. Yeah, that's nice. Yes, thanks, Kim. We appreciate all that. And I dropped in but didn't stay to win. Yeah, yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's a big accomplishment. That's really hard. What's funny? I watch a person that's um, at the same time. At one point, they were the same size, and this person got their million already. I mean, like they got their million probably 6 months ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, this person's only been around maybe 4 years, and I just went, wow, it's amazing how some people just go, phew, they get that million. But anyway, I just remember saying, I wonder why she hasn't gotten there. But anyway, but she made it, so that's a good testimony to her because that was what 10 years or something like that. Yeah. So that shows you how persistence can get you. You can get you through. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. I do not. Oh, here we go. I forgot the second part of this. Yep. That plays and leaves thumbs. I'm just in season. Oh, just in a season with my mother-in-law. I thought it was your mother-in-law. Yeah. Keeps me very busy. And then add it to homeschool. Yeah, that's right. I did know that. Yes. So you're her caretaker. Yeah. And that's cool. That is really awesome. That's what we need to do that for our people, right? Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. And then Kenneth said, I was watching someone's live stream one night, and the guy said he was going to troll her, but he decided not to. And she said, "You can ask me anything," and he did. Oh, so she ended her live stream early. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. And then, yes, and then Kim saying subscriber only giveaways are a direct violation. Yeah, I've heard that. Yep. It says in plain words that they violate the rule. Yeah, a lot of people do that. And also those lotteries people do, or, where they throw their names in the bucket. I've heard that's illegal. I have to go back and find that one. I haven't found that one in print, but yeah, is that true? Okay. And you're like, yeah, it's okay. I like it this way. Yep. Oh, she's your in-law. That's what I thought. And then Samira said, yes, I've had that happen. And I'm just like, really, what did I do? We were just having fun. Did a Christmas giveaway. Yeah. Yeah. And I think like giveaways are really tricky. I just, I would love to do that. Like I want to do the, I don't want to say her name, but the big talk show host, you get a thing and you get it. I would love to do that. That's cool. But I can't. And then let's see. Samir saying no problem. Yeah. And this is why it's not a great way to grow a channel. That is true. The giveaway has to be open without any requirements. Yep. Yeah. And I think when I did mine, let me see. I did it twice. I think the first time, I don't think I said, I didn't make them subscribe, but I was hoping they would. Yeah. And I think that's what I said. I said, you might like my channel. Check it out. Yeah. And that's kind of, the way I got around it. Yeah. Some do bingo. Yeah. See, I'm not sure what the story is with that. I know here where I live, you have to have a license for like everything. Like, that's why I'm not messing around with that either. Yeah. Oh, there's Tamika Davis. Good morning. Hello. Yeah. It's like asking people. Yeah, that's right, Sid. Yeah. It's like asking people to enter a giveaway, but to pay for it. Yeah. That's crazy, right? And let's see. And then Kim saying, yes, the terms and conditions state that all state laws must be followed. So there we go. So there's the answer. And if your state does not have a lottery, it is illegal. Okay, well, my state actually has a lottery. Crazy Pennsylvania. They do everything up here. They love bingo and lottery. Yes. And let's see. Dawn saying good morning. And Nancy's done giveaways. Okay. Did you have any special rules on your giveaway, Nancy? Hopefully not. And then also, raffles. That's right. Raffles under federal law are considered a lottery. Yeah. Wow. See, there's so many rules, right? And must be cleared by the state. It all boils down to money and control. That's right. Wow. Yes, that is correct, Samira. License to do. I mean, you can't sneeze up here without a license. Yeah. So, there's that. But yeah, it's very interesting. But like I said, I try not to mess around with too much of that stuff. But like I said, I would love to do, I've done some random giveaways, and that's usually what I do. Random. I just go, okay, So anyway, there's that. But like I said, I'm just hoping that we can all, I'm gonna quote Samira and Rodney King. Can we just get along? Can we appreciate everybody for their individual contributions, and craft, be creative, make some stuff, and yes, yeah, and that's true, Nancy. It's hard, yes, right. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so here's the deal. This is what I always say. It's hard to maintain the watch hours unless you have great content. That's for sure. And you have to find your little niche and what works for you. You know what I mean? Yep. Oh, yes. Oh, that casino. I've been there. I was really shocked at how poppin' that casino was, Samira, if that's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah, I've been there. My family reunion took us to the casino. I was just like, oh, come on. Like, I don't want to sit here and gamble and watch people get whatever. Yeah, but it was nice. But I thought, like, wow, that's really fancy for Maryland. Yes. Yes, and that's true. And that's what we all do. Yeah, you sort of, you follow the format of what other people are doing. Yep. You copy, you do it. Yeah. And so that's the thing. And I want to say, like, some of the peripheral YouTubers let me know about the raffles. Like, I didn't know. And that's how I found out about it. Because I really, when you read that fine print, sometimes it doesn't make sense. At least to me, like, my brain just goes, nope. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You have a brick and mortar business. That's right. She dug into the rules when you started this channel because it could affect a 35-year-old construct. Yes, you don't want to do that. Yes. And then Nancy won an Amazon gift card. Yep. Me too. People were running each other's channels to get okay. Can we talk about this? Okay. So my theory is, I don't think it helps, but I don't know. People know. Yeah, I don't think it does. So I think YouTube sort of knows if you have sort of genuine engagement and things like that. But I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a lot of people were asking people to do that. But my whole thing, like my answer to that was, and I would just say, hey, just do good content and people will come. As if you build it, they will come. Yeah, it's like that. Yep. That's what I think. And I would always say that. And a lot of people, I don't think appreciate it. Like I was a little honest, a little bit too honest, but I always go, hey, you have to do something that people want to watch. I think. Because I'll watch anybody if they're doing something cool. Yes, let me see. Oh, yes. Oh, here we go. If you Google YouTube giveaways, the rules pop up there. Okay. It will say you're required to have a privacy and T&C. I forget what that stands for. Terms and conditions? Yes. link to every giveaway video. Yeah, I think we did that. And so a lot of the people did teach me that you had to do that. Yeah, so I did do that. But I didn't force people to, subscribe or whatever. Yep. And then Samira's saying about the casino. I guess it's nice, but was too much going on at night. Was working with my cousin at the time. Oh yeah. Yeah, that place is busy. And even like Philadelphia has a casino now, which is weird because Atlantic City's only, an hour and some away, which most people would rather go there. But this casino, well, there's two actually. There's one on the west side of Philly and one on the east side of Philly. And boy, they're both busy. Like I've been to both of them and I went, wow. Yes. Yes. So I'd like, yeah, play your videos. It would run yeah. So yeah, like I said, I don't know if that really works. Because what's interesting is, like I know people that were doing that, and I don't think their hours really accelerated enough. You know what I mean? Like I don't think so. Yeah. So that, but you guys can tell me what you think. Yeah. Let's see. And Kim saying used to be very confusing, but they redid it last year to make it clear. Oh, good. Yeah, because I don't think I've read them since about 2023. Yeah. So it's probably been a while. Yep. And yeah, Samira said she used to do that. Oh, and you never watch replay. Yeah, see, and I think that's the whole thing. Well, I'll give you like a prime example. And I won't name names, but you could probably guess who it is. So there's people that I know that do tutorials, and tutorials get crazy views. I mean, and when I say crazy, I'm saying 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 views. They get those views, and that's what you need really to sustain a YouTube channel. And not that that's the only answer, but I think that's the type of viewing that you have to have. Because if you have under really, I think 50,000 subscribers, you're still really, really small. And so, I call myself like a small channel. I really feel tiny, compared to some of these bigger channels, that I watch. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So anyway, so I think, yeah, lives are not like they call it evergreen content. They're not evergreen. But I like to do them because, like, for me, I just pop up and I keep it moving. But I originally started out doing more content, like videos and things like that. And then I started doing more lives. And I started the problem is I'm having fun. And so I have to really step out of my comfort zone and do some other type of videos. And I have some in the can, right now. I just need to upload. And and I've just been sort of, I don't know what I'm doing, but there's that. Yep. And then Kim saying, running hours is iffy. If you say, hey, watch my playlist nonstop over and over, they consider that invalid. Right. And that's happened to some people, this invalid traffic. I forget, so you have to really watch. Yeah. And they do play with the hours a little bit in that regard. Yep. And this has hit a lot of channels. Yes. So that's why, you just want to do some good content. I mean, I've always said that. And, it's easier said than done. Like, you just have to figure it out. And that's what it is. And then Carol says, when I do giveaways, I just tell people that if they're not subscribed, they won't find out who won. Oh, nice. Ooh. All right now. Let me see. And then, yes. And then Kim saying, if it's more organic, like they see a viewer sat and watched the whole playlist, that is different because they're not running it back to back. Yeah, that's for sure. Yep. And Nancy doesn't gamble. Yeah, I was never a gambler, and I guess that's what it is. I go in there and I'm like I'm looking at I don't have my watch on. I'm looking for my watch, and I'm going, okay, so what's next? Yes. Oh, there's a Hard Rock Hotel. Oh, yeah, those are nice. With gambling, 34 minutes up the road. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but they put two casinos in Philadelphia. One to the west, right near this big mall, and then they put one sort of a little bit south and east of Philly, and they are busy. For a while there, they were doing really. I don't know if they're doing as well now. I haven't really been following them, but it's very interesting. Yep. Yes. Oh. 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 Okay. Hey, behind the scenes, you got to fill me in on that one. So someone is after you. Current channel was deleted for 24 hours. That's crazy. Oh yeah, and that's right. And this is Kim's story. Yeah, she had a crazy YouTube story. So someone hacked her previous channel, and then she put up another one, right? And then let's see. Yes. And then they took it down, right? Let me see if I'm going to do this right. So then she had a previous one. She tries to stay on top of the terms and conditions because of that. and she knew she wasn't in violation. See, and it's weird how YouTube, picks at certain people, and then other people do crazy stuff and they let it go. I don't know. It's weird. If people need to understand they have improved their subtitles, not only for us, but for them. Their bots, that do closed captions, are also checking to see what you're saying. Yeah, I believe that. That doesn't shock me, Kim. Oh, yes, I have. Now, I have no idea. Well, no, that's not true. There's somebody I know that's doing it, and it's weird. Because I wonder in the long term what that does. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. It can be done. It's out there. I've been approached. I'm going to be honest. I haven't done it, but I've been approached. Yeah. My son and wife stayed there one visit. I hung out with them and then swimming. I did play a little. Yeah, see, see, I love a good hotel, like a nice hotel that has amenities. Yes. So those are probably really nice. And the food's okay at the Hard Rock. Like we've eaten there in New York and some other places. Yeah. Let's see. And then, Kim's saying to Carol, yes, complete violation of YouTube. You can tell them when it happens, but if they get reported, YouTube can delete it and withhold all the money. Yes, yes. Because I think, Carol, you're monetized, I believe. Are you? I think you are. Yeah. Yeah. You got to play by the rules. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. But, but the bottom line is, if you have, you have to have good content. And I always maintain that. I always go content, content, content. How do you grow your channel? Content. And yes. Oh, they built a fancy one since then. It looks like a guitar. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, you got to play by the rules, especially when you're monetized. Like when I wasn't monetized, I wasn't really, I mean, I was playing by the rules, but I wasn't really hyper vigilant about it. But because of, I know what happened to Kim yearning for a smile, that's been like a big thing, and so you got your channel back, right? Yeah. And then there was another young lady that had her channel hacked as well. And somebody somehow, well, yours wasn't hacked, but this other person's channel was hacked. And then they told her, they said, well, tough noogies, you can't get it back. And I was like, you guys are basically a computer company. You can do anything. You can get her channel back. But somebody hacked her channel. And then they made her build it. So basically what she did was she built a channel to the 1,000 subs, had her hours on one channel. Somebody hacked it. They took it away. And then she built a second channel and got to like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers. And they made her, and of course, the minute that she got that second channel over the hump, they said, oh, yeah, by the way, here's your other channel back. And I went, really? It took you a year to figure that out? I don't know. I just find that really hard to believe. But anyway, yeah, yours was hacked. Okay, good. Yeah, not good, but okay, so I was right. So hacked by a spammer. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so is that true? So here's the thing. You might be right about that, Kim. I wonder. So YouTube really changed. Like from the time that I started in 2022, like really being a content creator. And from 2022 to 2023, subscribers was the big push for people. And then when they dropped down the monetization to 500 subscribers, then it made it interesting. But yeah, I think at that time when people were trying to say, because I think that 1,000 is a killer. Like it's so not easy to get 1,000 subscribers, And but it's interesting. Yeah, I know a few of those channels. I know what you're talking about. But where their views, yeah, they might have, let's say I'm going to pick a crazy. Let's say they have 30,000 subscribers, and then 2 people come to the live stream. Like, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like you kind of go, yeah. But I just noticed that live streams and subscribers don't really correlate. They really don't. You know what I mean? It's really a popularity thing. And you see people that have, rooms full of people. I mean, I'm just going to say I'll say her government name, but Crystal, the big channel, when she started live streaming, her live streams were very small, but then when they found out, see, the thing was she was a content person. So she was doing content. And when she started live streaming, it took like a minute for her live streams to become more, I don't know what you want to call it, but fluid, and where there were a lot of people in there. But I just remember like seeing the first couple or 3, and then I don't think I really was watching because I really liked her content more than her live streams, but that was just my little thing. But I noticed that it does take a minute to sort of get people, into those live streams. It really is. It's not easy. And not everybody, like I said, live streaming is not for everybody. And I'll be honest, some days I go, ooh, that was really bad. Or it was, or, I mean, I just go, that could have been better, but it is what it is. Um, but it's not for everybody, and some people just do better putting out beautiful videos. They can vlog and they do their thing and that works. But live streaming, yeah, just is not for everybody, in my opinion. And so let's see. Oh, let's see. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, here we go. I just want to make sure I got Kim's things here. So you had a live hack, yeah. Ooh, yeah, it happens. And let's see. When I got this one back, they went in and saw the other one I had 0 violations as well, and they gave it back. So now you have multiple channels. So hopefully you're making something on both of these. But it's hard to keep the content going on one channel, much less two. Yeah, it took 2 years. Wow, that's crazy. And her other one was deleted. See, that's insane. Oh, so anyway, let's see. You can also see what videos people paid to have viewed. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to have to talk to you behind the scenes because maybe I'm just like, la, 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 like naive. Probably. Interesting. Okay, now. Okay, so Carol, here's the answer to your question. So I love juicing. And if you follow me, like I do a lot of crazy stuff on my channel. So not crazy, but I do like a lot of varied stuff. And I discovered juicing. I haven't done a live, but I may do a slightly better video. So the whole thing is I'm sort of waiting on the fruit and veggies. So here's what I would say, Carol, is I have not done a live per se on that, but I have done it live. I've done it, like so when my husband and I sort of started eating a little bit better, we started juicing, and I bought one. I'll just tell you, I bought this juicer from a shopping channel, and I was surprised. Usually, I don't do that. That's not my style. Like buying on a shop. This was like back in the early 2000s when I bought this juicer. But I bought this juicer from a shopping channel, and it was amazing. Like I never thought I would enjoy juicing. So the reason why I started juicing was I noticed that even like with my kids, they ate their vegetables, but I didn't feel like we were getting enough. And I saw this there's a documentary. It's called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And what it is there was a guy. I'll just tell you I don't want to spoil it, but you should take a look. It's on YouTube. And this guy had a chronic hive condition. And he found that when he juiced, his hives went away. And I was like, what? Because I love this kind of medical stuff. It's kind of cool. So he started doing just like, and I can't remember why he started juicing, but I said, "Oh, this juicing's pretty cool." But anyway, but like I said, I had bought the juicer first, and I had used it for a little while, and then we moved, and we moved a couple of times in between the times when I was doing this juicing. And the whole thing with the juicing that I think is tough is you have to have plenty of veggies and fruit on hand, and you really go through it. So this is the only little cautionary tale I would say, but maybe we can talk about that. Maybe I'll talk about that on the video because you really have to have a lot. So, and when I say a lot, I'm talking like if you go into the store and you buy those bags of groceries, you need a lot. You really do. So what this guy did was, so anyway, so the people, when they demonstrated on the shopping channel, they just would take an apple and run it through there and get the juice and whatever. And it was real simple and things like that. And apple juice. And so the thing about this juicer was the little hatch on it was this big. So you could put let me go in there. You could put a full apple in there. And that's why I got it. So you could just throw a whole carrot because in the old days, like most of the old juicers, you had to slice and dice everything. But anyway, what the guy did was he put apples, he did carrots, apples and carrots are a little bit high in sugar, but you can mix it up. So when my kids were little, they weren't real fans of like collard greens and turnip greens, things like that. So that's how I sort of got them to eat them. And I would just put a little bit of kale or collard or mustard greens in there. And I would put an apple, a carrot, a little bit of greens, and sort of those green juices that you see like at the mall. Sometimes that you see these mall places. And it was really good. And they actually loved it. And so they would always ask for juice. And that was good. And then you never had to add sugar because it tasted great. Yeah. Okay, Blue Eyed Style. She had some tutorials and knitted too. That's what Nancy's saying. She stopped making videos. Oh no, and all of her content is private. Yeah, I don't know. I just think a lot of times people just give up. And I understand that because the bullying and and then you don't get paid a lot, which is tragic unless you're big. Unless you're a big channel. Yeah. So I understand the process of that, like why she would do that. It's tragic, especially if she was good. Like that's a shame. Yeah. And then Kim said you can look at popular videos if they have some outliers. That is different. Those subs could have come from there, but it's easy to tell when not. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that is sad when that happens. Yeah. That's what Kim's saying to Nancy. Oh, you did close the other one, Kim's saying. But I downloaded the content, was happy to get that back. Yes, because that's a lot of work, right? Can you lose weight? Yes. Well, in fact, so in the video, in this video, oh, there's Jill. Good morning. Fiber Floozy, good to see you. Yeah, so I'm not a doctor. I'm just going to do let's see. This channel is not, I Bring It Every Day is not a medical professional. However, she does read medical journals and medical information. But what happened was in this documentary, the guy did lose weight. And he had a little bit of a belly. See, it's interesting. Like most people in America have a little bit of a belly. And that's usually a sign you're getting too much sugar. But anyway, yeah, that's what I've been reading. So that being said, he started replacing meals. And I forget why he did a lot of traveling. So he goes around the country and he meets people. He tries to get them to try juicing. And that's kind of the whole premise of the video. He's got a part 1 and a part 2. But the part 1, to me, it was the one that was like, okay. So anyway, so you can lose a little bit of weight. And I would say if you replace a meal or something like that. Now, the only thing, like my experience with the juicing was I did lose a little bit of weight, but I was definitely not eating sugar. So I don't know if it's because of the juicing, but I was really in the process of trying to, minimize my sugar intake. And we got my father-in-law to do it. And he actually lost a little bit of weight by doing it. But it was really hard for us to try to keep. This is before all this delivery. See, I can't believe all this delivery stuff now. DoorDash and things like that. Boy, at the time, if that was available, I could have just kept getting him stuff. But we would go to the farmer's market and we would just, pile up all these veggies and fruits and just like take a big old, sack or 2 or 3 over there. And we hooked him up for about 3 or 6 months. But then after that, we couldn't keep, that maintaining that effort to go, because he lives a little bit, he lives a little further away from us. But it can be done, but you do need a lot of stock. So so my point is when these farmers markets come out and when the stores have the sales on the kale, the apples, things like that, try to, get as many of those as you can and kind of get started. But you can put, you were able to put, full size apples in there. You could put full size carrots. You could put, what else is the other thing that's really difficult? Like the guy even put a potato in there, put a little piece of potato in there. And I went, oh my gosh. And he just mixed all these different flavors together. And you'll find that the veggies really go down pretty well. Yeah. So, but that's it. Oh, and then this is where I was going. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. A lot good. Yeah. So what you do is you can take those clippings that come out in the juicer and then put them in your food. So you can put them in a cake, use them as sweetener, as for a cake or something like that, or even bread. You can use that. So all those clippings you can use. But that's all he ate. That is correct. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and you watch that video. Yeah, it was kind of interesting, But But yeah, that's all he ate. And the thing is, you can't maintain that forever. But I think as a meal replacement, you can do that. Maybe one a day, a couple a week, you could do it. Yeah. So there we go. And you're making breakfast with chai tea. Oh, very nice. And you're doing your computer. Yeah, I did that yesterday, Kim. I did my computer work. And yes, there you go. This is what you have to do. Yeah, you have to mix the sweet fruit to cut the nasty green stuff. Yes, because kale is very bitter. So you really have to, do some things like that. Yep. Oh, and you're doing the Mediterranean. I love the Mediterranean diet. That is my favorite, Miss Nancy. Yes, along with some new, okay, let's see, new dad meds that curb the cravings. Ooh, okay. Yeah. So what do you think of that injection that people are doing in Hollywood to lose weight? That's weird. Have you seen the side effects of that? Creepy. Have you seen it? Yeah, you need the protein. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Um, like the person that I'm always shouting out is Drizzle Stank. Who did my music, lost 100 pounds. It took him 2 years. He started eating sort of a heavy protein diet. It was a modified Atkins, is what he called it, and he lost 100 pounds. Now, I know part of the reason why he lost the weight, but I'm not going to get into it. But he definitely cut the sugar out, so he cut all that sweet carby stuff. It was all gone, and that really helped him. Yes. And then Fiber Floozy saying, I like to do the juicing with salads daily. So morning and evening. Yeah, I think it's as a meal replacement, that's a good idea. I think. You do not put in onion. Ask me how I know. Oh, I'm sure. That's probably horrible. What else do I like to put in? You can put beets in there a little bit. Um, but the whole thing is you got to clean the juicer right away. Because a lot of these, so you could put grapes in there, which I was surprised how good grape juice was. And I would mix different kinds of grapes. Just make sure you wash them best you can. It's hard. And yeah, but you need the protein. Oh, you're doing that. Oh, you're doing that fancy. Oh, you got to tell us how that goes. Yes. Yes. And that is scary and creepy, isn't it? Yes. My last doctor tried to get me to take shots for weight loss, and I said, no, thank you. I don't blame you. Yeah, I would just say just try to get more protein, eat less portion size. I mean, that's kind of the big thing that's sort of been on my mind. I talked about it a little bit on some of my cooking shows in the past, but I'm going to revisit that. But portion size is a lot more important than I think a lot of people say. Yep. Oh, okay. And let's see. Okay. Let's see. Lydia's saying, hey. Yeah. So I know somebody right now who's doing this shot. So I want to see how they work out. I'm going to follow their journey on YouTube and see how it is. Yeah. The macerating juicer is the best. That's right, Miss Jill. Yes. And you have to get 50 to 100 grams of protein. It's hard. Yeah. And I don't know if you're probably not a meat eater then. See, if you're eating meat, you're good. But if you're not, it's hard. It's a little bit harder. Yep. And everyone's saying, hey. But what was I gonna say? Beets are great. Oh, okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, you need the macerating juice. So those are great. I mean, and they are available. See, when I first started, they weren't really available in the market. But now, my gosh, you have so many things to choose from. And they're a lot more reasonable. Yeah, they really are. And okay, Carol's husband's doing the shots. What? He's no side effects. Okay, that's good. Because I saw a picture of two Hollywood people yesterday, and it made their face look weird. Like your face gets really weird. That's the only way I can describe it. But just Google that face, the drug name, and then the face, and it's really interesting. But your husband's diabetic, yeah. But he still exercises. See, that's good. And that's really the thing. You got to get moving. And that's what, Drew was saying. He's very active. He skates and he does skateboarding and stuff. He does all that crazy flipping around. I don't know. Can't do that. But he does that. He's very active outside and things like that. But that's like the whole thing. You really have to sort of be active, watch that sugar, watch that portion size. But I think for a lot of people, good morning, Miss Bonnie's Corner. Good to see you. And you like meat. Okay. Oh, you do eat meat. Good. Because a lot of people don't, so it's, but I think it's easier to get protein that way. Yeah. Meat or fish or things like that. That's good. And then everyone's saying, hey. And let's see what Samira said. Oh, you lost 50 pounds, but I don't want to kill myself. But I can say after I did that cleanse, I can say I've been eating cleaner. That's good. Yes, stick with it. Try to cook at home because, like I said, I think the other thing is the fast food. Like everybody hates this document. I love Super Size Me. I think Super Size Me is another good food documentary because I think it made people think more about portion size. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people in America have a problem with. And the reason why I say that is um, my husband and I we went to a skating rink. This was probably a couple of years ago now. We haven't done it in a while, but we went to a skating rink and there was an older couple there. They were, they had white hair. So they were, above, probably above 60, probably above 65, they were up there and they had two little drinks. I'm going to see, right now this is one of these restaurant glasses that my husband bought home from this restaurant. And I think there's it's either 16 or 20 ounces in this thing. I forget what this is. But anyway, they had sodas that were like this size, soda pop. It was about this size in the cup. And I looked at them and I went, that is the smallest drink I've ever seen. Like it kind of flashes me back to eating fast food as a 7-year-old. And I remember those little child cups were very small. But over time, in the USA, people were drinking like 20 ounces, 40 ounces of, soda pop. And that is killing you. You know what I mean? I mean, I think that was killing us for a while. And I think now people don't, like, if you go to the movie theater, you can't get a small drink. It's always this massive, even the water bottle. Like, I just want to, I'm not a water bottle person, but I would rather have a smaller water bottle than the massive one they try to sell you. And it's like 40 ounces or a liter and a half. I don't know, whatever it is. Too much. It's just too much. And I just can't drink it. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate it. Your favorite flower? What's your favorite dessert? Oh, flowers. Yeah, this is flower time. Right now, I like there's a phlox. I forget what the name. I think there's another name, but phlox is this flower that spreads, and it looks sort of like a windmill. That's like I like it. I like it as a ground cover. That's like one of the things I'm digging. But thank you so much for coming in. And what else? Favorite flower flavor? Oh, dessert. Well, I do enjoy ice cream, which is bad. Need to stop eating that. Yeah, that stuff will get you. But I love all that stuff, and it can be crappy ice cream. I'll eat supermarket ice cream. I'll eat Ben and Jerry's. I'll go to a creamery and do all that. But yeah, shame on me. Yes. Yeah, and that's what they say. The rapid weight loss, yeah, Nancy, makes your face look weird. Yes. Yep. So it's crazy. But everyone's saying hi. And you did the keto. Okay, so Nancy did keto a while back and lost 40 pounds. That's pretty good. And we got, Miss Drini, Miss Sandrine, how are you? Good morning. Yes. And so the point is, like, yeah, the portion sizes are completely out of control. And Super Size Me definitely clued me into that. Like, I didn't realize how bad it was. But the thing that was really funny, hey, girl, hey, Sandrine, Drini in the house. Yes. And so, but I think the guy got hooked on the soda. He liked the Coca-Cola. That's what got him, I think. And there's a lot of sugar. And he loved that first big drink. It was 40 ounces of soda. If you supersize it. No. Was it 64 ounces? It was like a 2-liter. It was a 2-liter. Yes, that's what the supersized drink was. It was a 2-liter. And I went, oh, wow. See, my stomach's not that big. Thank God. Because if I could drink a 64-ounce drink, I would pack the pounds on in a minute. Yeah. Okay, Carol okay, and I've never heard of this one. Factor. It's a pre-made meal program. We've been enjoying it. Ooh, now is it so it's pre-made. So all you have to do is just reheat. Is that what that means? Yes, you don't have to actually cook it. Yes. Okay. I have to check that out. I've never heard of that one. And then, okay, Jill's done some meat plans. Let's see. It all comes back when I stop. I'm trying to concentrate on moving. Yes, that's a good plan. And yes, and then Nancy said she doesn't drink soda. It gives her really gas in the tummy. Yeah, I understand that. And there's Katrin. Hello. Good morning. Yes, and you're a water kind of girl. Okay, so am I. H2O. So anyway, today is Earth Day. Speaking of that, and I got my metal straw here. So reusable. So whenever you can, save the earth, hug a tree. Oh, okay, yeah, and that's true, Nancy. It's hot down there. Yeah, I don't know how you guys manage. It gets so hot in Florida. I just go, woo, it is hot down here. So yeah, and it needs to be cold. And when I come back to the car, I get very thirsty. Yes, and I started sort of carrying a water bottle, um, and I just got one of those aluminum. I don't know if that's bad for you, but I guess it's aluminum or stainless steel water bottles. And I have this one. It's been through, he double hockey sticks. I've dropped it on the floor. It's so beat up, but I love it because it keeps it warm. I mean, not warm, keeps it cold for like 24 hours if I let it sit. But that's crazy. Yes. Okay. And Samira's saying it's all about upsell. I remember that working at Wendy's, they always would say, try to get the customer to get the medium or large. Now that's all they sell except for Frosties. Wow. That is crazy. Yeah. Well, it makes sense, for the bottom line. Yes. Bonnie's excited. She can plant her flowers on the 29th. Yeah, I have to wait. I have to wait like another mid-May. It's terrible. I have to wait a long time. So I have stuff growing in the house. And the other day I went to this Earth Day thing. And there were a couple of farmers there and greenhouse people. And they had these massive strawberry plants that were like really buff. Like these plants were working out. Like we started from seeds, and they're like this big, and then the strawberries from the warehouse or the greenhouse are like this big, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay, so Bonnie did the Weight Watchers. Wow. So those meetings, I guess those meetings really help. I guess it's the accountability. Yep. Oh, so over 4 years, you slowly gain the 40 back. Emotional. Yeah, that's hard. That's really hard. And sugar is addictive. That's right. Yes. And you drink water and decaf. That's good. Yeah. Every now and again, I get a little taste for, I love ginger ale, which is bad. I get a little taste for that. Ooh, it calls me. Let's see. Oh, Nancy. Well, did you do it? Let's see. Did you do it once? You can again. I gained 15 back trying to lose. Oh, yeah. See, that's the whole thing. I think your body just goes, I like this weight. I'm going to hang on to it. And you can't do it's the roller coaster, I think, is hard. Yeah. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, Catherine. That's it. It also demonstrated how much sugar is in it and everything. Fast food. Yeah, for sure. And like I said, the fact that big drink was 64 ounces blew my mind. Mind blown. Couldn't believe it. And that guy had a hard time drinking it. But over time, he could do it. And I said, oh, that's crazy. Samoan Watchman, hello. Dave, if you don't mind, email me, please, your address. I have something for you, if you can. Yes. And then, Jill's a sugar addict. Well, I like baked goods. I could eat a baked good every day. And there's hashtag VOM. Good morning, honey. Good to see you. Yes. Everyone's saying hello. Waving. And a heart. Thank you. Yeah, sugar's good. I mean, it tastes good, but that's the problem, right? This whatever this pleasure center is going, woo, sugar. Yes. Oh, you have coupons for 10 free meals? I check it out. I have to see what they make. Yeah. And Samoan Watchman saying, hey. But yeah, just reach out to me, Dave, please. And cold water is the must, yeah, to have in the summer in the South. And even now that I'm like an old lady, I need the cold water. Being in the North. So, and you have, a big Stanley Club. Oh, you do. You take it everywhere. I didn't buy my daughter. My daughter did. Okay. She said I had to have it. Yeah, the Stanley's big. That's a good one. Now, I heard that the new ones are not as good as the old ones. But like my flea market people love those Stanley, whatever they call those things. It's a club or cub. Okay. Yeah, those are good. And in fact, I used to set up next to this flea market guy, and he would open his Stanley thing, and hot coffee, you could just see the heat coming out of the coffee. And I said, I was like, what time did you make that coffee? And he's like, I made it at, it would be like 8 o'clock in the morning. He said, well, I made it at 2:45. And I'm like, it's still hot. Yeah, those are really good. Yes. There we go, Jill. You got it. Sugar, salt, fat. That's what's in food everywhere. Yeah. And so, my evil plan is to get people just to sort of rethink their food choices just a little bit. I'm not saying it takes a little time to, change your palate from all that sugary, salty stuff to getting real stuff. And it's hard. In processed foods, yes, they taste good and they're addictive. Yep. That's right, Nancy. Oh, and you did it online. So no more meetings. Okay. With the Weight Watchers. And then, okay. Oh, okay. Good. There you go. Yes, yes, Kim. That's kind of what's sort of like, I'm not trying to jump on the bandwagon. See, I feel like people always try to jump on the bandwagon of people's misfortune, and I hate that. That's the one thing I hate about YouTube. But um, I I just think we should just put out some positive vibes, for the people out here. Yeah, because I don't think people see too many positive things on YouTube, and it's tragic. Yeah. But I really think, and like I said on my, and I'm just gonna, do a little push, is that my thumbnail says "Be a buddy, not a bully," and that sort of prompted me. Although, like normally on a Monday, I do try to pop in and sort of talk about some motivational stuff. But the main thing is, yeah, in light of what happened over the weekend, it's really, I just think we need to refocus, as a group, the crocheters especially, um, because that was in our community. You know what I mean? And let's see. Oh, here we go. Yes, yes. You had to get out and get that done. Yeah, I understand that. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, Kim, and I'll go check it out. We'll check it out. Now, are you doing it both on YouTube and Instagram, or just whichever your community page? But anyway, there's a hashtag VOM is saying hello. Yes, shrinkflation is cutting our portion sizes, paying more for, yeah, and that's true in the stores. That's what they're doing. Yeah, so you have to really watch the portion sizes. And then this is good. Yeah, see, Catherine says she trades. Yeah, she grows and trades with others who grow. That's a very good idea. And then fresh, non-processed foods are yummy. There you go. Oh yeah. Yes. And I couldn't do it either. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to eat at McDonald's? I used to eat the Happy Meal before it was a Happy Meal. And I forget the size of the drink. It might have been 10 ounces, 8 ounces, whatever it was. It was a small cup. They don't even have it anymore. But there was a point I remember not being able to finish the drink. If I ate the hamburger and the little fries, I could not finish the drink. And I said, how small was my stomach then? Amazing, right? Yes. Yeah, and you have to have a little bit of carbs. I think it's hard to cut them out completely, Nancy. My husband buys too many goodies and expects me to have self control. Yeah, see, that's hard. So you have to sort of like say, okay, if we buy these, I'm going to buy it once every other month or whatever that, or not even at all. I mean, it's hard to, you have to sort of wean yourself. I think you have to wean yourself off. You'll be much more successful. Yes. And when I saw that food didn't go bad, that's what scared me. Yes. Isn't that amazing? There's a lady on YouTube that had I forget how old she had a McDonald's hamburger. I think it was McDonald's. And she put it inside the bag, just wrapped it in the little paper. And the fries never got dried out or anything. They looked almost as good. And it was a couple of years old. Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy. So that means that we're eating a lot of preservatives. Yes. I like Dawn. She said our body's designed to survive, so it will hold on to the energy supply. That's right. Oh, yeah, about the poundage. Yep. And we were ordering delivery food 2 to 3 times a week. Ooh, yeah, that'll get you. And the portion sizes are like, they're big. They're big. And and luckily the people that I grew up with, I grew up with my mom and my grandparents. And they were, I would say, medium eaters. Like they weren't dainty eaters, but they weren't like huge eaters. So I kind of grew up sort of in the middle. And that's kind of how I approach my eating. So I can sort of like, I do have a little switch in here that I can turn off, but a lot of people don't have it. Yeah. So you're going to do a 3-month commitment. Yeah. See, that's what I would do. Do a manageable goal. And then, oh yeah. And thanks, Dave. Yeah. And then, yeah, good luck to you, Nancy, for sure. Oh, oh, you got a 40-ounce Stanley on Mother's Day. I'm not a Stanley girl, but it's pretty. That's funny. But yeah, that thing, if you put coffee in it, if you heat it up first and put the coffee in, it will stay smoking hot. Don't put any cream in there. But yeah, my friend, it was about 5 hours in and that thing was blowing smoke out of it. It was that hot. And I said, every time I use a thermos, it doesn't work. But he got his working. You have the vintage circuit 1980s. Yeah. And even the ones even older than that are even better, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Uh-oh. Catherine said when we first started eating baked goods, we had to hand grind the grains. Okay, yeah, see, that would make me not bake. Yes. Yes. Oh, and my cup is called Bubba. It's similar to the Stanley cup. Wow. Bought it at Walmart. $12. Nice. Oh, okay. Good question. Samoa Watchman. Why do people burn their throats when boiling hot coffee? I need a little ice. LOL. Bro. So the thing was, this guy would go to the flea market, a couple times a week. So he would always bring his coffee with him. Because the flea market, like if you're a vendor, it opens really early. It's like sunup, a little before, even before sunup. And so there's nobody's open. Like the food people don't come until a little bit later. So you really need a cup of coffee at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Trust me. And he would bring a big old Stanley thing, and it stayed warm. And I was like, he would give a little hit of coffee. It was great because every little mug I would buy or whatever from the store, it would always get cold. By the time I would turn the corner from my house, it would be freezing cold, and especially in Pennsylvania in the wintertime, it's bad. Yeah, 6 hours. Yeah, his was smoking. I mean, this thing, he had one of those vintage ones, Yeah, coffee's life. Yeah, I finished mine. Oh, no, I have a little sip. Let me see. But yeah, it got cold. Okay, so Nancy's birthday's in October, turning 65. Free gym membership. Yeah, try it out. Is that senior sneakers? I see all those people walking the mall here. It's so funny. You don't like coffee. Yeah, coffee is an acquired taste. And I will tell you, I hated coffee until somebody made it correctly. I'm going to be honest. And then when I had correctly made coffee, I went, oh, now I get it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a bandwagon jumping, but I highlighted her for my weekly. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I just think like you know the you know like I said, we'll try to. I think if we support her and support everybody, if we support everybody, that'll be the best thing we can do. And just to sort of I'd say take the awareness away from the negative, off of her and onto something more positive. But the fact that you're doing her, and she has so many patterns, my gosh, it's like, I mean, she's like, I'm not worried about her. She's good. She's going to be fine. She's got such a body of work, and people appreciate her, so it's gonna be fine. But I just makes you wonder. Yes, waiting for the perks, Bonnie. Oh, turned 60. Oh, happy birthday! If I missed you. And there's Joshua Graham. Hello, good to see you. Welcome in. Positive vibes always. Yeah, and that's where we are. Yeah, I know. I swear, like I'm trying not to do that. Yes, the bandwagon. Because I'm seeing these people and they're getting these huge views, and I'm just like, and were they even there? Like, it's sort of like, I don't know. I feel a certain way about that. Yes. Yes. And Dawn saying hey to Joshua. I've always loved the all American meal. It's like a Happy Meal size for adults. Yes. And and it was weird. Like when my husband and my kids a few years ago and I were doing martial arts, and there was a McDonald's, of course, right around the corner from there. And my kids would always be hungry because we would be there late. We would eat dinner, go work out for 3 or 4 hours, and then be starving. And there was a lady in there who had to be 400 and some pounds. She's pretty big. And we would all go to the place and get like a Happy Meal or something for our kids or whatever. And her kid was really tall. I think he was like 5. He was 5'11". He was probably only about 14. And he had he was getting big. He was, I won't say, he was overweight. Like he was working. He was going to be big like his mom. I could tell. And we were chatting, and she was like, "Oh, I hate going to McDonald's, but this is what he wants." And I was like, "Listen, you're the parent. You can make these decisions for them." I said, "But just get him something smaller, like the kids' meal." And because we're eating, it's like 9 o'clock at night, like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Like you don't have to eat like a ridiculously huge meal. You just need a little protein in there. Well, anyway, she goes, "I can't go and order a Happy Meal." I said, "Yes, you can. You can do this." And she just refused. I always wonder what happened to her. You know what I mean? But she was just like, "I'm not ordering a smaller meal." I'm like, yeah, it was interesting. But I just remember that kid was big. He was big. He was man-sized, and he was like 14. I mean, yes. And you don't trust food that lasts forever. That's right, Bonnie. Yes, and it is okay to treat yourself. Yeah, I agree with that. Once in a while. But let's see. Here we go. Yes, Catchford. Here we go. There's a good saying. My thought for the day. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift from God, which is why we call it the present. Oh, that's good. Bill Keane. Is that the one from the cartoon? That's very good. Yes. So we're going to go with that. I like that one. And yes, Kim's a coffee drinker. She's telling Simone Watchman, but I'm a homeschool mama. It's required. Oh, okay. Yes. Got the Bud Files. Good morning. And then, Nancy misses the regular coffee. They made her do decaf for health reasons. Gotcha. Yes. And then Bonnie's saying, yes, mine is 40 ounces. I drink water, and there's energy drink packets in it all day long. Yeah, well, Bonnie, you're on your feet, so I understand that. Yes, all those preservatives will also preserve the stored energy. Here we go. Yes. And then, let's see. And then Samira's saying, there's a cheaper cup called Zach. Keeps drinks cold for 14 hours and hot for 3, only $6.99. Okay, Z-A-K. Thank you. Oh, Bonnie got a $10 dupe for Stanley. My daughter couldn't handle it, so she bought the big one. I said, I don't spend that much for a cup. Why did you do that? You sound just like me. You got to have it, Mom. Oh, that's nice. Well, she gave it to you, so that's good. Yes. And after a while, I add ice. Yeah, I guess you have to be really careful, And so I just think it's funny. Like you said, he said, you burn your mouth on that. You got to be careful. And the Stanley has that little cup, you pour it in, take a sip, and you screw the cap back on. So you don't have to drink it like straight out of the thing. But yeah, it is interesting that I could see that happening. People burning. Yes. Oh, yeah. And then, okay, so Nancy, she moved from the Northeast down to Florida. And she said when she first moved there, she was always buying a drink when she would go out. Yeah. And then, okay. And then Catherine said she leaves the lid off of her travel mug long enough to let it cool, the coffee, to a perfect temperature. Yep. Okay. And then Carol's fancy. We buy our coffee beans green and roast them. You roast them? Okay. I see you. And then, you worked in Wall Street. Wow. I bet you have some good stories, Nancy. Yes. Oh, yeah. Simone Watchman. I like a little coffee with my creamer. Yeah. And you worked at a commercial bank. Okay. Got there early. Yes. Wow. I'm still searching for the coffee that tastes like it smells. Ooh. Yeah, my favorite is Bustelo, but it's espresso. It's a little strong, and it's a Spanish coffee. And you see it all over now. But that's my favorite. And let's see. Yes. And Kim says, I was there from start to end. Even when she came back, it was great. Yeah, I'm so glad I missed that. Can I just tell you? I am so glad I missed that. Because that sounded like a hot mess. Yes. I feel like a creeper saying LOL. I do try to be in the shadows for many of y'all as often as I can. Well, we appreciate the shadow people. What's up? I call them the shadow people. Let's see. And Kim says, I'm a Christian. I think many know that. Yep. But when people in the fam are attacked, I do not bandwagon, but I think it's important to build our, yes. Let's see, build our, what does that mean? And surround them with positivity. Yeah, okay, we gotta give everybody, surround them with positivity. And that's kind of what I want to do. Yeah, for sure. And shout out to the homeschool mamas, because I did that for a minute, a couple of years. Yeah, that was interesting. Yes. And also, Simone Watchman is a homeschool mama. And may you all be blessed with all the best coffee. Yes, that's cute. And she says, thank you. We are in year number 7, girl. We have, Diego. Nice to meet you. Hi from Texas. All right. Yes. And then Catherine works those 12-hour overnight shifts. Girl, I don't know how you do it. Year 7. Yes, 4th year for Simone Watchman. And hashtag VOM is still there. Thank you. Me, Jane is awake. All right, girl. I see you. And let's see. When you go out, try to get water and then your favorite drink. Yes, that's for sure. Yes. And you found out that decaf tastes good. I'm used to it. Yeah. And it's funny. I went to Florida one year. I had a friend of mine that had one of those timeshares. They had the first timeshare ever sold in Florida back in the day. And her dad had his company was in Orlando, and they bought a timeshare there because they had like 100 kids. Like they had a bunch of people in their family. But anywho, when we would go out, like we would go down there and visit and hang out in their timeshare. And every time we would go out for dinner, we would all have decaf. And then I started drinking decaf, and I was like, okay, I can do this. But of course, now I'm drinking like, diesel with the espresso. That's all my husband wants is espresso. Like if I give him like regular coffee, he's like, what is this? Oh, the Keurig. Now, what do you think of that now? Let's see. Espresso and an espresso. She's hooked on that coffee. Now, an espresso is good, but it's those little pods get on my nerves. Like as a tree hugger, I'm a tree hugger. So, it's just all the plastic. Like it drives me insane. And that's why I hate the Keurig. I like the idea of it, but all those plastic little things. My husband, I swear, when we got a Keurig for a little bit, I had to take it away because it was like every 5 minutes he was getting another one. He was just like, coffee, 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 coffee. I think he was drinking too much. And I was like, okay, we're going to go back to the old way. So I got a new coffee maker. Yes. But she has all 3, Bonnie's daughter. That's hilarious. Because those are all different. They're all different little pods, right? Yes. Let's see. Oh, espresso is not this, but but the espresso and the Nespresso are completely different. Hashtag VOM saying, hey. Yes, and then Carol said it's cheaper buying the beans green than buying them at the store. Ooh, okay. Now, do you get those online, Carol? You must. Because I've never seen green coffee beans. Well, then again, the coffee places that we had are all gone. Yeah. My daughter-in-law and I are talking about overnight oats. I have not made those. But it's supposedly pretty easy. Yeah, there's a couple people on YouTube that do that. I've seen the demo of that. Yep. Yes, try eating first, then drink. See, I do the opposite. I drink, then eat. So then I find I eat less if I drink first. It's weird. But that's just a weird little thing that I developed. Yep. Oh, Boma is a fence built in Africa that wards off predators. Okay, I couldn't tell. Cool. Thank you for sharing that one. Okay. We got Butter Roll Boutique. Good to see you. Let me take a sip. I'm getting dry. Okay. And Monster used to be my favorite on the overnight shift, but after a while, it just tasted like salt. Let me tell you. Can I tell you a little conspiracy? Well, this is what I think, Monster. Like, let's think about. Okay, let's discuss this drink. Okay. Have you ever looked at the label of that drink? It's kind of scary. It's a little bit weird. So, first of all, it's called Monster. For me, that's like strike 1. And then it has these claw marks on it. It looks like an animal like killed somebody. Strike 2. And then whatever the heck is in there, I don't know. Like I always thought that was very scary. Like I don't know, something about that drink always gave me the willies. I think I tried a sip one time and that was all I could do. Yeah. But that's interesting. You said salt. Wow. So that's good. I guess your body said no more. This is not for me. Let's see. Oh, it's made of a sharp, thorny brush. So a boma. It is let's see. It is a rep of the crown of thorns. Ah, like a reproduction. Ah, gotcha. Catherine saying hi. She's also in Texas. To Diego. Yes. Me, Jane. Oh, she's talking about enjoy your coffee while you can. For what I heard, coffee's becoming difficult to grow due to change in the weather. I have heard that everywhere. Yes. Yes. And then Diego said there are 2 billion Christians in the world. Is that true? Wow. I did not know that. I never saw numbers before. Interesting. All right. And Bonnie said she doesn't use the pods. She packs a copy in there from a bag. Ah, okay. Gotcha. And she uses the espresso most out of everything. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's interesting. So I didn't know there were 2 billion Christians. Interesting. Yeah. All right now. And then Catherine does half decaf. And you work overnight hospice care. That's a really hard job. Wow. Staying fully alert is a must. That's correct. Wow. Okay, now you're fancy, Jane. She drinks barley, roasted and grinded. I think it's delicious. It's like postum. Okay. I've never had that. Like I saw a week, on YouTube they have those ads. People reproduce those ads. Not reproduce, but they show old commercials on there. And I saw a commercial for postum and I said, I don't think I know what that is. Okay. I have to look that one up. Let's see. And then Nancy said, yeah, we have a Keurig, but I do. Let's see. 3. He does 2. Okay. Oh, you put, 3 of those through. Wow. 2 pods, right? Is that thing? If I made a pot, it would get yucky burnt taste if it sat. Yeah, see, that's the hard thing. Now, I don't know if you guys remember those, oh boy, what are they called now? Oh my goodness. Those hot coffee pots where you, percolator, where it has the lid on it. Somebody said that those stay good all day. I've never really could get my husband to try that, but percolator allegedly will keep it unburnt all day and warm, which, yeah, it's interesting. Never did that. Let's see. So no soda. That's me. Indeed. Yep. Oh, Carol's in Texas too. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Where do you find green coffee beans? That's what I want to know. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. So let's see. And then, oh yeah. So Kim's done the overnight oats. You make them often. All right. Now, do you do those heavy oats? Like the Irish oats. I forget what they call them. The steel cut. Is that, or do you just do regular oatmeal? That's a good question. And then Simone Watchman says that coffee helps him with fasting, holds off hunger. Me too. I can drink a cup of coffee and not eat for like 5-7 hours, and I'm good. Yeah, and I just had my 1 cup. That's right. Catherine's in Texas. Yep, I knew that. Oh, okay, there we go. So Carol gets hers from Sweet Maria's online. That's what I thought. Yep. Got Angie. Hello. And okay, I'm only 4 minutes behind. That's not bad. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. So it is? Okay, so that's the Vav. That's like Hebrew. I thought it was like the Hebrew thing too. But it might be. Yeah. Okay. Hieroglyphs for 6. So it's 666. Monster. And there you have it. Ay. Yeah, those are bad. And they have 5 kinds of sugar. That's what Catherine's saying. What? Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, the American voice disregarded. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's one of those things. Let's see. How can I put this? Yeah, the United States is a beautiful place because they let you choose to worship or not. That's the one positive I would say about the USA. But I think like a lot of the Bible is, it's allegorical or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so let's see here. But yeah, I mean, I am one of those. I don't know how to say it, but like, either you believe or you don't. and that's kind of where I think people fall in this life. You know what I'm saying? But we have Chanel. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. And you're a Christian also. Yeah. And I am too. Yeah. And I used to do a lot of Bible study. I used to like I'm a pretty avid reader. I haven't really read the Bible lately, but I went to Catholic school, the whole thing. Not that that means anything, but I had many, many occasions to read the Bible, and I always went to Sunday school. Like I'd rather go to Sunday school than the church service, because I like studying like learning the lessons. Yep, yeah. Bonnie said she watches anything with three sixes. Does that mean you won't watch anything with three sixes in the title? Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy though, isn't it? And how they sell that, and people are like, "Oh, okay," it's really weird. Yes. Okay. Then do your teeth. Okay. All right. Chanel. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna keep going. And then Bonnie said she went to Christian school her whole life. I'm a Christian, but I studied the Bible a long time. Yeah. And let's see. And then Katrin says keeping coffee hot all day burns it. Oh, still. Okay. See, I heard that the percolator sort of keeps it from being all crazy, Now you tried the pressed. Yeah, oh yeah. No, we have one of those too, Angie. The pressed coffee. You do chicory or Ethiopian. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, it's sometimes people, the acid, it hurts people's stomachs, so that you have to do different things, and that's why I think a lot of people, um, try different like the chicory and things like that. And then the American Voice Disregarded says, Chanel, I'm glad you studied the Bible a lot. Good for you. But I don't believe a book of fantasy and the invisible man in the sky. Do whatever makes you happy. Yeah, I understand that. It's not like I said, it's interesting. Well, I'll tell you this. Until you have I think everybody in life usually will have some kind of what's the word? I don't know if you've ever had a divine intervention in your life, disregarded, but until you have one, you don't get it, and it's really interesting. Um, and one day I will share mine, but I can't because it's very, very emotional. But you will find that if you ever have a divine intervention, I've had like two actually in my life, and that really changed. Like I was a believer as a kid, but when you have somebody intervene in your life and save you from some bad stuff, it's really interesting. It really changes your whole perspective on God and the Most High, and things like that. So it's really interesting. So you might feel differently, but one day, I'm going to get to that, but I'm not going to share that. But I'm just saying, keep your mind open. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Yep. And then Catherine says overnight oats are best with steel cut. That's what I thought. Yeah, because steel cut oats they're pretty durable. Because I know a lot of those instant oats, they're already sort of pre-cooked. And so if you put that in overnight, they get mushy. Yeah. And then and then Bonnie's saying to Angie, I haven't seen you in over 100 years. How are you doing? Yes. And I have a question. Let's see, Jane's saying, when I was growing up, people used to make the coffee and then put it in that type of thermos. Can't you guys do that anymore? Make your coffee pots last. Well, I don't know. See, that's the thing I guess I was trying to figure out too. Because like a lot of times people say if you leave it, hanging out on that little heat lamp or whatever that's underneath the coffee pot, then it gets burnt. And then the flavor is kind of bad. And so I met this older lady, white haired lady, and she said she does the percolator, and so she just pulls that out and all day long she just keeps refreshing it. But she said, she makes maybe 8-9 cups and just drinks it throughout the day. And actually, to me it didn't taste burned at all. Like I actually had some; it was pretty good. Yeah. So but yeah, we're trying to figure that all out, But like I said, the guy who had the thermos, Jane, was a guy that I used to flea market with. So we would be there at sunup. So he would make the coffee at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We'd get there about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And then by like 10, you want another cup of coffee. And he would always pour me a cup out of his thermos. It was just black coffee, and it was always hot. I was amazed at it from like 2 to 10, basically. Or from 3 to 10, it stayed nice and warm and it wasn't burnt. In the Stanley Cup. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And there you go. That's it. Same thing. Yep. Yep. There it is. And then Kim's saying, I use the old fashioned oats, non-fat, sugar-free yogurt, fresh fruits, granola. I make a different one. I like the caramel apple, and my hubs likes the almond joy. Wow, fancy. And then Bonnie's saying, Jane, oh, it's right, I already read that one. Oh, here we go. Angie, Bonnie, I'm fine. I was under the weather a couple weeks ago. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Good. I'm glad you're doing better. And then Jane said, my breakfast has 2 things only, roasted barley drink and Brazilian pão de queijo. You got to tell me what that is. Everybody's saying good. Oh, won't. Okay, that's what I thought you were saying. Won't. Yep. And you drink Coke. Now, okay, Jane, we're gonna try to get you off the soda because it's not so good for you. Yeah. And I'll get into that another time. Because now, is this regular Coke or Diet Coke? Ooh. Sounds like regular. But let us know. Yes. And then Kim's saying, we all believe in something. It just varies as to what. Our personal life situations mold our faith. Yes. And whatever that is, and even our culture. I have an atheist half brother, and I've had conversations with Wiccans and people who are Jewish. I love people. I think diversity is a beautiful thing. Yes. Let's see what Disregarded said. I respect people for believing what they want to, but faith and grace is not evidence. Science. Okay. Well, now that's fairly interesting. Yeah, I think science does make sense. But you know what's interesting? If you do some further research, most of the science that's happened has been tampered with. And that's tragic. So, you just have to be careful that because once again, the thing that you find is that man is very fallible. When I say man, I mean everybody. I'm saying, human beings, i.e. man, is very fallible. And if you look through history, there's been a lot of really terrible things that man has done, right? And, if you believe in a higher power that is looking out for you, then you realize that these things that happen on earth and in history are not from the Most High or the Divine One. They're from man and man's bad decisions, So that's the way I view all this. Yeah. Yeah. And let's see. So let's see, Diego. Let's see. So you say you respect people. Yeah, science makes more sense. But just be careful because there's a lot of tampering that went on in science. That's all I'm going to say. And that's tragic, Let's see. And then, sorry, I read Kim. And then Diego is a history person. Yeah. Yeah. And history is interesting too. But you also have to sort of look through history and there's a lot of, I'm not saying it's manipulated, but history is kind of written by the victors. And there's been a lot of civilizations and things like that were conquered by other people, and they sort of, the victors of the wars and stuff write the history. So you just have to sort of look at it with a grain of salt and see who from whose perspective are we reading this history? Yeah. But history is interesting. Yeah. I mean, I live in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, there's a lot of historical stuff, specifically like, regarding the government and the United States history and things like that. A lot of things happened in Pennsylvania. So there are definitely a lot of historical things here. And then, yes, here we go. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Catherine. Yes, yet a near-death experiences. And that set your face salt. Yes. Yeah, for sure. And, and I've seen like healing miracles happen to people that shouldn't have, and I know, it's the power of prayer for sure. And I'll just kind of leave it there. But yeah, but you see that my life situation that almost took me from this one is what strengthened my faith. Same here. Yes, Kim. Gourmet. Well, of course. We enjoy all the coffee. Yeah, actually, like I said, I've been drinking, mostly espresso coffee. So if you see, like the brand is Bustelo, that's what I buy. But there's other brands that you can buy, and they're, mostly Latin American coffee. And right now, knock on wood, because I bet you they're going to raise the price on me. It's usually fairly inexpensive compared to, the fancy store from Seattle. No, I like the idea of that place, but I think they overcharge people a skosh for coffee. But, it is what it is. Yeah, and Catherine said it's been difficult to find those old-fashioned thermoses. They are. People collect them. Yes. And your favorite coffee is great value? Wow, that is amazing. Okay. That's what Kim's saying. Okay, and then Bonnie said because she had kidney stones, they tell me not to drink Diet Coke. Right, and there we go. That's where I was heading with that. Yeah, I had a coworker that got the same thing happened to him. He was drinking that exact drink actually, and it was bad. He was in the hospital passing those stones, and I went, oh my gosh. And he was young. He was only, 35, 30. Yeah. Otherwise healthy, but he was hooked on that drink, and he drank, multiples of it. And that's the reason why I think he just had trouble, Yep. So there's that. And then, okay, yeah, and I told him to put those energy packets in my water and drink it. He says, I don't care how you drink the water, just drink it. I had a urologist. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so just be careful. And that sweetener that's in there is not the healthiest. And if you want to go on YouTube and just kind of Google aspartame, there's an interesting story behind that one. Yeah. It sort of got passed through. Yeah, no, it is. Like I said, science is real, but people cheat. And they doctor the results. So you got to be careful. I've seen it. Yep, and that's all I'm saying. People doctor, Like I said, if people were just honest, that's all I'm saying. Just if they were honest, I'd be like, yeah, science is great. But there's been some doctoring, And Catherine's saying she's diabetic, so sodas are slippery slope for me. Diet soda still has a lot of sugars. Yeah, and I think your body, like, it thinks it's sugar even though it's not. And let's see. And then Samira's saying, I can say I'm glad they made Poppy because it gives me the satisfaction without being tired. Okay. And Greg's saying, praise God. Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, you never know. I mean, like I said, if you pray and you pray for help and you get the help, I think there's a higher power at risk there. Okay, so you're a Mormon, Greg? So you don't drink stimulants. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Quakers. Like I have some Quaker friends, and I haven't had as many conversations with them as I would like. And yeah, one day, I would like to sort of get that. Yes, yeah, it's possible. I don't really know. I'd have to check the science on that. And that's what I do. I always like to sort of look at the science of things. And I think that's what I think a lot of people should do. Yes. But anyway, well, thanks for coming, Disregarded. Be good to see you. You gotta work tonight. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming. Yeah. See, I'm not sure, but I know that soda is not the best for us. We have other choices, And like I said, man-made. I mean, the prime example of science, and if you're still here, Disregarded, I just thought about it. All of the food that's made by man is a little bit shaky in its nutritional content and the effect that it has on the body. One of which is soda pop. One of which is bottled water. You have to be really careful because there's articles, and if you just Google it, it'll say Columbia University found nanoparticles of plastic in bottled water, and if that is not a reason to avoid bottled water, I don't know what is. You know what I mean? And so we're ingesting these small particles of plastic. And right now we don't know what the effect of that's going to be because it's a little bit too soon. Because bottled water, in my opinion, is still kind of new. newish. And we'll find out probably in 30, 40, 50 years to see what it does to the human body. But I would love to see that disregarded. Yep. And there's China. Welcome in. Yes. And have a good day. And there's Butterroll. She's giving the hearts. Yeah. So there we go. That's where for the queen. China, the crochet queen. Yes. And everyone's saying, hey, yes, and less sugar, right? And he's saying, Catherine, you too. So check it out. Yep. And Kim loves science. She took the anatomy and the chem class. I love the chem. Yeah, I like chemistry. Chemistry was interesting. Oh, you're learning a lot. Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you, Doretha. I appreciate it. And we got Trey6780. Hello. How are you? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Everyone's saying, hey. But there we go. So yeah, like I said, bottled water is really interesting. And like I said, Columbia University, if you can't pick a better scientific area to do the research, it's Columbia University. Okay. But they said this scientist just took a bottle of water and said, let me see what's in this thing, and took one of these, mega microscopes and found plastic. So the question is, are we supposed to be eating plastic? I don't think so. And this is just being logical, right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Bonnie says, okay, let me go back. You drink water from the faucet. My daughter can't handle it. I don't care. I've been drinking for, right. I mean, yeah, see, I'm one of those, I drank out of the hose people outside the house. Yeah. Rubber water taste. I did it. Yes. Me too, Bonnie. Yeah. So tap water, more or less, tap water in the United States is fairly safe. Now, there are pockets, obviously, where there's been issues, but for the most part, you can take your own water, your tap water, boil it on the stove for a few minutes, let it cool, put it in a container and drink it, and you're going to get decent water in most places in the United States. Other places in the world, I cannot comment, but at least we treat the water here. Yeah. And my husband buys diet soda. He said maybe one drink a day. He buys some strange flavors. Oh, really? Here we go. And Catherine's got me. She's got me. Fructose, dextrose, sucrose all become glucose in the bloodstream. But most people think they are not a risk. That's right. Yeah. And the high fructose corn syrup, which is my other rant, and that's another man-made situation. The body has a hard time metabolizing it. And, it has a higher percentage. I think sucrose, which is the sugar, table sugar, I think it's 50-50, sucrose and fructose. But high fructose corn syrup is like in the 70, 80, 90% fructose. And that makes your liver fatty. And that's why people are getting bigger on these, all these things that they put it in, You just get bigger and bigger. But we got, Samantha, welcome in. Samantha Stewart. Yeah, welcome in. And let's see. And then Nancy said when her son and his wife visited recently, they drank a bunch of Dirt Cola and Diet Orange. We buy the Winn-Dixie brand. My hubs was annoyed, but they don't drink coffee. That's funny. I love it. I love it. And there's Samantha's link is there. And you grew up drinking tap water. Yep. I got you. Yep. Here we go. And then Catherine says she enjoys both science and history. They are both occasionally slanted in the publication. Yep. Just got to keep an eye. And I always say, have a healthy skepticism. That's really all I'm saying. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. I'm just trying to think of some examples of where people, doctor their results. Like you just have to be really careful because you can, you can always, numbers don't lie, but you can always cook the, I hate to say cook in the books and things like that, but people do it, so that's why, I always just say have a healthy skepticism and do your own research, but trying to get off the internet because a lot of the stuff that you find out here can be trash, in my opinion, Yeah. Oh, here we go. So drinking tap water now. Me too. Now we have a well. We have well water because we're in the sticks and that's what happens. Yep. The copper pipes of an old Let me see. Copper pipes have an old tap. Give the water a specific flavor. I love it. That is true. Let's see. Yes, and my sister swears by drinking. This is what Samira's saying. Only purified bottled water. I get it, but end up boiling it anyway for my tea. I don't taste any difference. Right. So, like I said, purified water is great. You can get one of those pitchers. You know what I'm talking about, or those things that attach to your, to the tap, to the faucet or whatever, and it does purify the water. You can do that, but the thing is, but once they put it in a plastic bottle, you do get these little micro pieces of plastic, and you can look it up. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's the only reason why I say just avoid that, because you don't have to. You know what I mean? You don't have to. You can, like I said, we're in the USA. They do treat the water. Now, like I said, there's a few pockets where there's okay. Oh, you're shopping. What's on the list? And everyone's saying hey to Samantha. Yes, in VOM, hashtag VOM. Thank you. Oh, and happy Monday, Dr. Destiny. Hey, good to see you. Always a pleasure. Yes, thanks for popping in. Yes, I love it. So yeah, so there's that. So that's the plan. So I'm going to go back and just sum up, because we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I didn't mean to be here this long, but I really appreciate you guys humoring me with the food, because that is my favorite. I like to talk about it. You have a water distiller. That's cool, Catherine. Woo! And let's see. Okay. And then Bonnie, yeah, like go see a real professional. I always say, you use the internet to diagnose. Yes, that's funny. I had myself, in kidney failure. I'm staying off the internet. Yes, go see a professional, and you plan out your meals. There you go, to save money. Yep, that's good. And Catherine has a water distiller. Girl, you should make a video about that. I would love to see that. So, but the bottom line is, just to sum up the week, and for the people that don't know, because we have some people from the other communities, I just want to say, just in light of, YouTube has been notorious for the bullying. Let's just say we had some bullying in our community, the crochet group. And I just want to say that, we want to try to continue to support each other, because we're all trying to do the same. We're all, content creators. We all create something. And we all have different gifts. Each of us has an individual gift that we can contribute. Everybody has something to contribute to the world. And I'd like to use these Mondays as my, positive affirmations and things like that. But I want to I just want to reread the quote that I said earlier. Yes. Oh, enjoy your day. Thank you, Dawn. And this is so interesting, Catherine. I would love me too. I want to see that, Catherine. So there you go. We're going to make you work. Make that video. Yeah, so here we go. So spread kindness, show love, and have respect, and share smiles. There you go. Yearning for a smile. And what she didn't know hurt. Worked well. Oh, wow. That's funny. And let's see. Oh, and then Bonnie's got the Brita. Yeah, those are okay. Now, I found that for me, we have hard water. So that thing just always got dirty. So really, we need one of those whole house situations where they go in and plug it into the entrance of the well or whatever. But those Britas are great. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we changed the filter 2 times, never changed it again. She never knew the difference. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I have to laugh at that. Okay. Yeah, see, and tap water is not bad, but I think the younger people, the people that are probably in their teens and 20s, are like horrified that we all drink tap water, like the old people. But, the bottom line is, in the US, the tap water is okay. All right. Well, good to see you, Kim. Thanks for participating. I really appreciate it. You gave us some good insight today. Yes. Oh, that was 30 years ago with the oldest. Oh, all right. So here we go. So today, this is a quote by Martin Luther King. I'm just going to end the show on this. So darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And that's where we, yes. So there it is. Okay, so that's Martin Luther King Jr. And there's Drizzle. Oh, I love him so much. Hey, Drizzle. He did my theme song, so we appreciate it. I love it. So yes, and you got an inline filter. Nice. Yeah, I need to get one of those. I'm really, and you're a troll? Ja, really? Came here to talk a bunch of mess and laugh, but your vibes are amazing. I like your energy. Well, thank you. All right, now, see, this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to do. But anyway, join the channel. Check me out. I do some cooking and things like that, and I like nutrition. So that's why we're talking about this random nutrition. And I do a little crafting, but I'm not today. Yeah. So that's where we are. Because we all do it, so it's not that exciting. But it's okay. It's okay. That's your troll quote. Drizzle. Nice. Only love can do that. That's right. So anyway, so like I said, Martin Luther King can be, a little controversial, but, I think overall his message was decent. So we're going to go with that. Yes. And I'll put that in the description at the end. Okay. All right. So I'm going to, okay, I'll play a little bit of your music, Drizzle, before we go. I love it. So thank you so much, Drizzle, for hooking me up. And hey, you should contact him if you want. Hey, drop your link, Drizzle. Please type Kelly. Yes, we can do that. And I'll play a little bit of his theme song, which is awesome. We love Drizzle so much. Thank you so much. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming. But here's Drizzle. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Start from the beginning. Okay. And Drew's kids are adorable. I love them so much. Thank you so much. But anyway, y'all have a great week. I hope I sort of can move people along, and he's awesome. I know. Oh, so much. Yes. So I love the fact he did that. He's really good. I couldn't come up with that on my own. So thank you so much, Drew. All right, now. We'll see you soon, and peace and love, and see you on the YouTube streets. Bye-bye.